All right, you're watching Voyage right here on Click Niger Internet Radio, your travel and destination show, where we go around the world and talk about holiday trips, tourist attractions, and of course, safety tips and everything that concerns the hospitality industry. Well, on the show, my name is Jennifer Ogo. Good evening to you. Now, the question is right there staring at you on your screen. Would you prefer to travel for vacation alone or with a group of friends? Do you like solo travel, or you prefer group travels? That's what we want to know on the program today. Once again, the title of the program is Voyage. Now, there are very few people in the world who do not like going on holidays. I'm sure you're not one of them. Almost everybody likes to, relax, visit new places, have fun, see new things, get adventurous and see the world, at the tip of your finger. Yes, by going places, not where you are at that point in time. Now, holidays are obviously great ways to do this, but before booking a trip, we all have to decide with whom to travel with, alone or with a group of friends. So, would you prefer to travel alone or with a group of friends? That's what we want to find out today on the program. Yes, so if you've been dreaming of taking a vacation like me, honestly, I really need a vacation. Like, seriously, I need to leave Abuja. The weather is just something else. It's I can't just begin to explain it right now. But if you have that urge, like the way I'm having it right now, and you're wondering whether to go on a solo journey or have an epic adventure with friends, to help with these decisions, let's explore some advantages and of course disadvantages of both a solo travel or group travel. Remember, the question is, would you prefer to travel for vacation alone or with a group of friends? Now let's look at some advantages of group travel. It saves money. Yes, it's very cost effective. Now, group travels, they're generally much cheaper. You can get, group rates on accommodation, especially if it's a girls' trip, most ladies do that a lot. You can decide to have pajama parties, in a particular room, have fun, just, it saves costs. The second reason why it's beneficial to travel in a group is that, have you ever heard the saying safety in numbers? Yes, it's an old saying. It's especially true when you travel, particularly to unknown places. I mean, you wouldn't want to visit a place that you've been before. You want to see new things, you want to meet new people, and probably hear new languages and speak as well, if possible. So these places are unknown, and you're not familiar with the terrorists. So every town or city and every country have its problems, even if they are small, like pickpockets, terrorism, crazy drivers, drug dealers, etc. So when you travel with a companion or with a group, you have someone to watch your back. Yes, that's one advantage of traveling in numbers. Another advantage now for group travels is that you have someone to share something with. Yes, so when you're traveling with other people, there's always someone else around to share, in the good times and make it really memorable for you. For many people, this is the best part of traveling. There's always someone to do something with, laugh with, gossip with, share stories with, catch up on old times and make memories with, like I said. So if you need someone to take your picture of, the monument selfie and all of those things, it's very important. I mean, why would you travel and you don't even have photos to prove that you traveled? Or some people might decide not to do that, but a vast number of people would want someone to take a picture of them and probably post online and get comments. All right. So if you like group travels, this is an advantage of group travel because you have someone to share things with. Yes. Now some advantages now of traveling alone or solo travel. You're the boss. Like, you call the shots. There's no one telling you where to go, what to do. You do not have to make compromises. Like, you can do things at your own pace. You have your own timetable. You don't have anybody telling you, okay, we're supposed to do this. I'm not having dinner at this time. The breakfast is too early, this and that. Like, you do things at your own pace. And we'll have our first comment on the program. Rewano Coffee Doggy, thank you so much for joining us, sir. Good evening to you. And he's saying, I like to travel with a group of friends, especially outside the country. That's nice. This is, it depends on your personality. This is someone that love to have fun with other people, even if it's family members or friends. So that is for Rwanu Kafidangi, and he's saying, I like to travel with group of friends, especially outside the country. I mean, of course, you want to travel outside the country most of the time, even though we have really cool places here within Nigeria. All right, it's still Voyage right here on Click Nigeria Internet Radio, travel and destination show, where we get to talk about holiday trips. Like the title of the program, travels, and have fun right here with me in the studio. So I've highlighted some advantages of group travels. Now, an advantage of solo travel, like I said earlier on, you become the boss, like you call your own shots. Yes, this is one part I love so much, which is meeting new people. Yeah, so for some people, meeting other travelers is part of the essence of traveling alone. A lot of solo travelers would want to have a chance to meet other people, you know, that they share the same interest with, especially for the purpose of business. You'd want to diversify your knowledge of things. You don't limit your mind to a particular set of people. You want to know how other cultures, their behavior, their traditions, and everything. I mean, how would you do that if you're just stuck in a particular zone? You might not even travel to like any European country or any English country. You can decide to go to any francophone country and see how they behave, like what is their everyday life like, what's, learning languages and interact, meet new people. Now, the final advantage now of solo travel is reflection. Yes, some people take trips alone because they want to, take time out to reflect and clear their heads. This is very important. So, if you simply enjoy your own company or you want to be with your own thoughts without anyone else intruding, solo travel might be the way to go. Yes. Yes, so disadvantages now of group travel. So I'm going to be giving you some of all these pointers and you would make your preference. Remember, the question is right there staring at you on your screen. Would you prefer to travel for vacation alone or with a group of friends? Now we're talking about vacation. Vacation for some people can be once in 2 years, once in a year. For some people, it might be quarterly, depends on your budget. So, personally, would you want to travel alone or you want to travel with a group of friends or families? All right, we have our second comment now from Emmanuel Events J. Thank you so much for joining us. It might depend on the reason for traveling, but I prefer traveling alone. This is my fan. Thank you so much, Emmanuel. Emmanuel is saying that he prefers to travel alone. Maybe he's the kind of person that would want to meet new set of people. He's the kind of person that would want to work on his own schedule, his own timetable, his own way of doing things. He doesn't want to share. If you're that kind of person, traveling alone might just be for you. Now, disadvantages now of group travels. No privacy. Like you have everyone around you. So if you're someone who values your privacy, group travel might not be for you, especially if you're not a people's person. Like you have to share your slippers, for instance. There are people who travel in numbers and they decide to shop for either their bikinis or everything, that their items that they will use for that trip. They want everything to be in unison. Don't know, for some people it might be childish, for some people it might be fun. So it depends on who you are. So if you're the kind of person that don't mind, your privacy being invaded on, you know, group travel might just be for you. Another disadvantage of group travel is clashing personalities. So if you don't get along with people in the group, traveling with them isn't going to suddenly turn into, friendships that was never there in the first place. So it can end up being quite awkward and uncomfortable for everyone involved. It's like you are the negative person and you are the one that do not want to have fun. People would be like, okay, she's just really bitter. I don't know. You just start regretting why you even came for the trip in the first place. Thank you so much, Simon Matthias. We're glad to have you on the program. It gives me excitement when I see your comments because I feel like I'm not alone, though literally I'm physically alone right here in the studio. So my Simon is saying would love to travel and meet people. Yikes. So make I go alone, I beg. We go meet back from group in Niger. Okay, that's what Simon is saying. And we have two against one. So we have two solo travelers, and Rwanu is, he prefers to travel by number. So send your comment right there on the post Voyage right here on Click Niger Radio. Would you prefer to travel for vacation alone or with a group of friends? All right, my name is still Jennifer. On the program, yes, finally on the disadvantage of group travels, different interests. Yes, so not everyone is interested in the same thing, and it's not always fun having to go along with a group when you are not interested in what they are doing. Probably you're not a night crawler, and it's like it seems like every night they want to go out and have fun and club, but you just want to sleep. Actually, you just want to sleep, enjoy the ambience of, if you have your accommodation close to the beach, kudos, just want to enjoy the ambience of the room and have fun, probably other room service, and just have a spa treatment. You might not necessarily be the night crawler type, and you just have your friends bugging you to come out and drink and everything. Ugh, group travel might just be quite boring for you. Another one from Simon, but then it actually depends on the reason for travel. You may want to try couple trip. Yeah, definitely no. Maybe when I'm married, that seems great. Yes, of course. I mean, why would you want to marry, and why will you be in a marriage and you're going for a vacation? You take your partner. It's not something I can just comprehend. I don't know why my partner wouldn't want to take me to the Caribbean, for instance. I mean, you don't have any reason, like, that's just unexplainable. All right. Send your comments right here on the program Voyage right here on Click Niger Internet Radio. Do you prefer to travel for vacation alone or with a group of friends? And for Simon, his second comment says it all. It depends. So it's conditional for him. So if he has a partner, for instance, or if he's married, for instance, he would want to take his wife, for that trip. Yes, so I was talking about differences now in interests. So little things might just become a big deal because you're not alone and you can't really do things individually at your own pace and everything. You become quite cranky and start regretting why you even embarked on that journey in the first place. So now disadvantages of solo travels, safety. So without someone looking out for you, anything could happen. Things can happen in groups too, but solo travelers are more likely to be targets now of pickpockets or thuggery or whatever because they appear more vulnerable. So if you're in a place where um, probably the environment is not too conducive now, maybe they have a lot of pickpockets there and they have a lot of nuisance in the streets. Maybe in terms of security it's not quite commendable in that location. That is why you need to do your research, right? It might just be kind of like a disadvantage to travel alone, especially if you have someone watching you. So like I usually advise some tourists or people that like to travel often, when you visit, when you are traveling alone, if you decide to travel alone, I don't think it's advisable to stay in a hotel for a long period of time. If you're going on a vacation for like a month or 3 weeks, I would advise to actually split, you know, your hotels. Probably you could spend 1 week in a hotel and try to spend the rest of the week in another hotel just for safety purposes. Now, if you're traveling alone, another thing very peculiar now to solo travelers is loneliness. Most solo travelers are likely to, be lonely on their own. And yeah, you feel independent and everything, but let's call it spade a spade. You just be a little lonely at the end of the day. If you have a tour guide who is really knowledgeable about fun activities you could probably venture into in that particular tourist destination. Good for you. You could have fun all the way, meeting new people, enjoying nature. Now, there are reasons why you'd want to travel either, as a group or you want to travel alone. It depends on your personality. So, as you can see, there are advantages and disadvantages of both solo and group travel. A lot of it really depends on your personality. Think of how you are in your everyday life. I mean, if you don't have a lot of friends, for instance, and in reality you enjoy your own company, you might actually have fun traveling alone. Simon Matthias, I stay with traveling alone. I like my privacy. I'm sight. I could make new good friends there. That nature ambience just alone, reconfiguring your thought system. Now I want to travel. Me too. Like seriously, I want to travel. I don't know if it's the weather in Abuja or the weather generally in Lagos or anywhere, in Nigeria, but I seriously want to travel. Chukwuka Patricia would like to have you before the program wraps up. But thank you so much, Simon Matthias, for making your observation about the topic for today. So, like I was saying, think of how you are in your everyday life. Would you rather be alone or with a group? Do you value your solo time, or do you prefer to be in the company of others? So it might not seem like a big deal, but if you're traveling for any length of time, it could mean the difference between an enjoyable, memorable vacation or a miserable vacation. Yes, so you just really have to weigh your options and make sure that you have fun all the way. That's the essence of embarking on a vacation. Have fun, make sure you're relaxed, and when you're back to your home country, you're coming back really refreshed. Yeah, Chuka Patricia, she's saying she's here. So Chuka Patricia, would you prefer to travel alone or with a group of friends now for a vacation? Would you like to travel alone or with a group of friends? Are you the kind of person that love to have fun alone, even in your everyday life? Like, are you really not a people's person? There are people that they enjoy their own privacy, they do things at their own terms, like they do not even like to follow anybody. If you're that kind of person, solo traveling might just be for you. So our time has been quite spent, and with all that have been said, I hope you've been able to convince yourself, or I hope rather I've been able to convince your choice of wanting to travel for a vacation solo or with a group of friends. Whatever you decide to do, I wish you a happy travel. That's it at the end of the day, just to have fun and relax. Thank you so much for all your comments, which comes up every Thursday. Yes, right here on Click Niger Internet Radio. Remember to invite your friends, share our videos, and make more comments. Emmanuel Juventus. Oh God, people do not want me to go. No problem. We'll have the vacation here in the studio. Emmanuel Juventus is saying traveling alone will give you opportunity to meet new friends. Manage your time well. So I prefer to travel alone. Okay, that's understandable. Like I said it, why the program began, that even kind of person that would want to meet new people. Personally, I love to learn new languages. In terms of food, I might just have culture shock because I wouldn't want anything that would upset my tummy. Food poisoning is real. Like I would want to make sure that I know what I'm eating. But in terms of culture, in terms of nature, in terms of architecture, monuments, sceneries, I love to see new places, and I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't mind doing that alone. I mean, I can do what I want. Juka Patricia, I would want to travel with a group of friends. All right, she's all girly type. Juka Patricia, thank you so much. All right, that's it on this edition of Voyage right here on Click Niger Radio. Twitter handle at Click Niger One, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube is at Click Niger. Once again, my name is still Jennifer. Have a wonderful time.